And they caught me in 4K doing that ninja flip off the counter onto the freaking walker. Hi guys, today we are doing a mukbang. I want to know a quick life hack. Ta-da! So today's mukbang is gonna be the time that I got robbed at Hungry Howie's. And before you ask, yes, I did wash my hands. So today we are going to be eating Filipino food. Oh, let me set my timer.
Okay, your timer is set for 28 minutes.
Thanks, Siri. So we got a couple of things here. Now, you know it's about to be fire when they put it in this. Like, she literally came out and was like, grab one of these cardboard things because it's gonna be too much to hold. Like, I'm like, bro, this shit about to be hit. Like, we got some white rice. Now, she said this, and I'm gonna show you when it's on the plate. She said this is a pork beef stew is what she said. This is like a pork chicken adobo. So if you ever had chicken adobo, this is like a pork version of it. And I know what you're thinking, like, damn bitch, you got so much pork. But this is sinigang. I think it's with either chicken or fish. Honestly, I think it's fish. Love me some sinigang. So I got my little plate here for you, for me. Do you guys never use the dishwasher? Like, I just use it to store my dishes. Like, I think it's traditional to like not use the dishwasher. I'm gonna change that generational curse, okay? When I get a better apartment, because I don't really like this dishwasher, I'm gonna start using that shit because I'm lazy as hell. Woo! So let's dig right in. That was extra. I feel like we just opened the third gate of hell. Look at this. Now there's a lot of like juiciness in this. This is not gonna be a pretty plate at all. I'm just dumping this. This smells kind of bad. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like the smell of this adobo. I usually like chicken adobo. I love when they put vegetables and olives and stuff and I don't know if you guys care about like your food touching either. I'm not one of those people. Like, my mashed potatoes could be touching my ice cream and I'm still gonna eat it. And yes, I'm using the same spoon because fuck it. Now y'all lucky they didn't have dinuguan. Some of that little drizzle and just, you know, it just makes the rice so good. It makes the rice so good. My grandma used to make this. It just reminds me of my grandma every time. So I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the food. And it's so good. So this was back when I was working at Hungry Howie's. I must have been like maybe 17, turning 18. And like, I'm gonna give you guys like a little short story real quick so you can get some context. I was 17, 18. They just had opened up a Hungry Howie's by where I live. Like, that Hungry Howie's was ghetto. When I mean ghetto, it was, first of all, it was in the corner of some cul-de-sac, you know, at the end of a plaza. And my parents always complained about there not being lights because every time they dropped me off, it was hella dark. They're like, yo, this is a place that could potentially get robbed. Like, be careful. And I ignored them, you know, being a kid. Ooh, this shit is good. Being a kid, I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, I'm not gonna get robbed. Like, it is what it is. I want to put a disclaimer. I chew really loud. That's just who I am. Like, I don't really care. So when I first started working there, I met this guy and his cousin. Let's just call him Tom and Jacob, right? Jacob was like the cuter one, so I would talk to Jacob, but Jacob had a girlfriend, so I kind of like whatever. But then Tom was like Shaq. Like, he was built like freaking Shaq. He was big as freak. So we all used to hang out after work and we just used to chill, you know. Fucking Shaq and Jacob end up getting like fired from the job. Shaq and Jacob got fired. You know, life continued as normal. So back then we only had one manager working the clock, probably like 2 delivery drivers, and I was a customer service rep. So I don't know why they put me, like, if you know me, you know I can't cook for shit. I was a cook. Like, they put me in the back, like, cooking pizzas and shit. I mean, I was pretty good at following directions, but they put a little too much faith in me. And the managers, when I say this place was ghetto, like, they were, first of all, I was like 17. My manager was like 17 too, probably 18. And they would make us do the night shift. So, and I know what you're saying, like, we're pretty much grown, but like, at the end of that cul-de-sac, it was like death. Like, it looked like if it's not saying rob me, like what are you doing? You're putting kids in charge of that shit. So then, I don't know if you guys do this, but every time I work at a new place, I always think of an escape route. That's just something I do. I always think of an escape route because you never know. You never know if somebody's gonna come in and shoot up the place. Like, you never know if somebody's gonna come in and rob you. I always had an escape plan. You know, my escape plan was, there was like a little walk-in, like, freezer thing, room, whatever. And there was like a little gap between the freezer and the ceiling. My fucking plan was I was gonna squeeze in there and hide there, because like no one's gonna check up there. It's like this much space between the ceiling and that. The only way you could really see me is if you climb up top something and look over, walk-in freezer or whatever, and you'll be able to see me. So that was always my plan. Like, I already had it in the back of my mind. So it was one day they put an 18-year-old manager on the clock. We were doing a night shift. I was the only customer rep in the store, and there was 2 delivery drivers. No, actually, I'm lying. The other customer service rep was the manager's girlfriend. So the manager's girlfriend, who was also like a cashier, like we were both like working the clock while he's taking the orders. So how it looks is he's in the front taking the orders. I'm in the back cooking shit up, and she's just floating around, just doing stuff that needs to be done. Like, when the pizzas come out, she'll like cut them and like she'll bring it out to the customer while he's just cashing them in. So on this day, it was, I can't remember what time, but we closed at like 11 p.m. So let's just say like it's nearing like that time for closing time or whatever. I'm over here cooking pizzas, and the way the line is, there's like a wall right above, so you can't really see the cook, but you can see our, like, the top of our head, and if we peek over, we could see you. So like, I'm working the line with the little wall, my manager's in the front cashing people in. So I remember I was like doing something to the pizza, you know, we don't really like flipping up in the air or nothing like that. We just like, I was probably putting the sauce on it, and like all I heard in slow-mo was bro, hold on, let me take another bite. So I peek over, the wall, and all I see is a man with a mask on, you know, and he's pointing the gun at my manager. Now, if you know my manager, he was a heavy set dude. Like, he was really kind of big, so he was kind of like not fazed by it, you know. But like I said, his girl was working on the clock too. She was like, nah, bro, don't be a hero. He opens up the drawer, and I'm assuming he gives the money because I wasn't there. Soon as I heard that and I peeked over, plan A. I want to show you, I want to do a reenactment of what I did. This what I did. That's what the hell I did. I jumped on the counter and I fucking made my way into that little gap. Now, the Walkman was bigger, so I had more space to get in a corner where you couldn't see. You had to literally, like I said, get on top of something to see me. They gave them the money and they run off. I ain't come out until like an hour later. I wasn't risking it. I was making sure I could hear everybody who was there. I could hear all of their voices, and I guess we were straight after that. So I came out, and everybody was too like shook to even notice that I fucking did that shit. So when I came down, my manager, he was mad. He started like punching the walls. So then, you know, the cops came, you know, they was checking the cameras and shit, and they caught me in 4K doing that ninja flip off the counter onto the freaking walker. Like, they really got me in 4K. And it's so bad. Like, the camera is positioned in the most perfectest way to see a full visual of me doing a Spider-Man fucking flip off the counter onto the fucking shit. Like, it was just... acrobatics, okay? I had to get the fuck out of there, so I fucking did. What am I gonna do, okay? Like, if they start popping off, like, I'm sorry, I'm out, like. And come to find out, it was Shaq and Tom. So yeah, guys, my advice to you is don't work at a place that looks sketchy. It's just not worth your life.
A few moments later.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see anything else, just let me know. And I will be seeing you guys next time. I probably got like food in my teeth.